following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Oh, great. I really appreciate you and Tommy. You do a great job, great work, and I really appreciate it. I watch you every day.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, man. Let's go to Sylvia in Tampa. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing?
Hey, Tom. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I want to tell you thank you so much for the advice you gave me on dust yesterday. I exited when you told me, and I made a healthy profit
That's awesome.
for a very short period. So thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Don't take anything personally. Your truth is personal to you. Your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It's no one's truth but yours. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 142. You get the NASDAQ up 48. S&P's up 11.5. Gold contract up, trading up $1.80 at $12.01 an ounce. Silver down 2 cents, $14.05 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.90, $69.44 a barrel. Notes and bonds. We get the 10-year note down to 10 ticks, trading 119.10. 30-year bond down 24, trading 142.24. 10-year yield right now, folks, is at 2.977. So we're edging back to that 3 handle inside the 10-year note. King dollar down 110 ticks, trading 95.220. You have the euro trading 115.86 to 1 US dollar. The yen is out here trading at a 111.60 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's go take a look at it. We go over to the SPY. We take a look at the SPY. SPY is trading out here at 289.38. Bottom line is that you have gone from 286.97 up to this 289. You get volume dying on the vine, but it is holding price. So we'll see how this comes into the close. The number to keep your eye on out here is going to be the 289.49. We hit the 289.55. You know, it'd have to back down off this level by about 10, 15 cents in order to fail on price also. Right now, it's failed on price, but the way this is set up, you're so close to the high that's like, okay, 291 actually would be game. Inside the NDX 100, the 3 Qs. 3 Qs right now, up $1.30. You're doing 23 million shares. We are at 183.07. We've hit 183.42. Looks like that wants to get into the 183.75. Correlation-wise, you are up on anemic volume. There's no two ways about that. So we'll see whether this is just setting up a small ABC structure on the way down. Small caps. Small caps. Sideways move out here today. You get 10 million shares traded. You know, we'll see how this shakes out, trying to get into this level here of about 171.12. We hit 171.60. Right now, you're at 171.08. The metals market. Let's go to the silver market first. We take a look at the silver market. They were hitting this really pretty good this morning. Right now, we had silver down to the $13.96 level. Right now, you're trading out at a price point of $14.16. Now, what you have out here, you know, we'll see how this closes out, meaning in the next 60 minutes. But what you do have is that you have a total rejection of lower price and dramatically lighter volume. So what do we do out here? Okay, so we got under September 4th. That was the last good traction that the silver had taken. We went from 14.59 down to 14.03. You did contract value of 141,000. Today, you've done 77,000, Bottom line, you rejected lower price, and you are inside the downdraft. And the next number to keep your eye on is going to be the 1444. So right now, you do have a rejection of lower price inside that silver market, and that was needed in a huge way. Gold, we take a look at the gold contract. Gold contract hit a low today of 1192. Right now, you're trading out at a price point of 1201. I like the setup there. Also, this is what you have with the setup there. Same type of setup, meaning that we had come down hard. Last week, you got down to 1195. You had done 421,000 contracts. Today, we got under it. We get to 1192. You've done 247,000 contracts. You get a rejection of lower price. You have the lighter volume in a huge way. Bottom line, it's going to have a shot now to get up into the 1220 area. And that's the area, folks, 1218, 1220. Those sellers are sitting up there in a huge way. So the bottom line is that as we get up to that area, we'll see whether we can blow through it. Bottom line, well, when we get up there, we're going to know pretty quickly. We go take a look at the, let's see, the bond market. Okay, so notes first. 10-year note, one-way trip on the way down today, down 11 ticks. You're at 1.2 million contracts, which is good contract volume. Bottom line is that now what you have is this. So the highs of the low are right where we're at, 119.11. The low is out here at 118.27. They haven't, neither one of them have been able to catch any type of bid whatsoever. And guess what? We'll see if you're going to go to the lows inside both the 10-year note as well as the 30-year bond. 30-year bond right now is on 251,000 contracts. You are at 141.29, and the high of the low is 142.08. So the way that works is that your probability gets much higher that we're going to go to the low of this contract, which is 141.04. Because you can see thus far that we are already, there's 32 points, 32 ticks inside 1 point. Bottom line is that we are 11 ticks inside of that bar. And that bar itself is only 32 ticks. So I suspect more than likely we're going to get down into that level. King dollar. Now, this is going to be a wild one with King dollar, and this is why. What's happening with King dollar is this. We have an expansion of volume. You don't have the price movement. You know, we've been basically going sideways out here. You can make the case that you either went lower today or higher. Why? Because it's an inside day. You know, if we go back to last Friday, the low was 94.830. We went to 94.845 today. The high of yesterday, or even just last Friday, was 95.420. Well, we're at 95.225. Bottom line, this is the intriguing part. We got a big expansion in volume. So how we come into this close is going to be really important. Do we finish up at the highs, which is about another 100 ticks? We finish where we are, which would be much harder to analyze, or do you finish lower? Our phone number is 927-6648. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 119, Nasdaq's up 44, S&P's up 9.5. Bitcoin, let's go over and take a look at Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin trading at a price point of $62.31. You're down $69. You're at the lower end of this consolidation that Bitcoin's been in for quite a while here. The first low was 5,900, 5,922. That was in February. You did a nice bounce back up to 11,000, which is a mind blower, right? Back down to 6,500. You do another bounce up to 97. You go back down to 57.91 in June. You do another bounce up to 8,000, and we're back down at this 6,200. What is inside the cryptocurrency world? You had a judge in New York today, a judge in New York today ruled that the ICO market, okay, so you had the ICOs, which are the coins that, they were getting pushed out in a huge way. In fact, bottom line is that a federal judge ruled today that U.S. security laws may cover initial coin offerings. This was the SEC going against two guys up in New York, actually, that were pushing out ICOs. Now, check this out, folks. This was going to be pretty wild. The SEC did come out and said that they are securities. What the judge actually ruled is that he ruled that they may be, and the court case can go on. That's how this is shaken out. Right now, if you take a look at coinschedule.com, they speculate that 18.7 billion in ICOs were pushed out this year, just this year. So it's going to be pretty intense. This whole ruling, it's a New York case. It is actually a criminal prosecution because what this guy did actually is saying that they were going to be, let's see, they were going to be used for, I believe, real estate and something else. Okay, let's see. The ruling affirms the SEC position that has authority over ICOs and that market manipulation and anti-fraud, and that market manipulation and the anti-fraud provision in the law will apply. In the ruling, the judge said it will be up to the jury to decide whether the ICO at issue was a security, but the allegation and indictment would support such a finding. The judge's decision focused on the particulars inside this ICO and not the other ICO transactions. Oh, here it is. Per the indictment, what he did is this. He raised a huge amount of money, claiming he was going to buy diamonds or real estate, and bottom line, he did neither. Simply labeling an investment opportunity as a virtual currency or a cryptocurrency does not transform the investment contract, a security, into a currency. So what the fight is this. The fight would be that what this particular person is saying is that a crypto ICO, initial coin offering, is a currency, not a security. And the SEC does not have jurisdiction over currencies. You want to make a currency, God bless you, make a currency. There'll be another part of the government that will probably go after you making a currency. Because I remember years ago, when I first started the gold report, someone had made some type of currency. I'm not sure whether, yeah, I forget the whole story, but the bottom line is that you start messing with whether it's the banks or the SEC, and guess what? You're just asking for trouble down the line. We go take a look at, let's go take a look at Apple. So Apple's caught quite a bit out here today. It has the price spread, has the volume behind the move. We'll see how this is going to set up, because the way that Apple is traded right now, it looks like, guess what, that high is going to be basically tested. You know, we went from 216 today to 224. I suspect we're going to get a little volume in at the close, and we'll see how it's going to handle the high out here, the high being at 229. Tesla, different ball game. Elon Musk, Tesla out here right now, we are trading down about $8.50, $7.50 right now. This baby is still building cars for lower price. You know, what we haven't done in Tesla, we have not tested the high volume low yet from February 9th, and that baby is sticking out like a sore thumb, 244.59. And we'll see, you know, if in fact it wants to blow that away. When you take a look at the fundamentals inside this, it's pretty amazing. The reason I'm saying that is that the Tesla first claimed that they were going to lose $5.62 for the year. Well, in the first 2 quarters, they lost $6.41. So they have 2 more quarters to go. Next year, they claim that they're going to go from a loss of $5.62, which we know they already lost $6.41, to a gain of $3.23. You know, Musk himself, okay, this is a story stock, there's no doubt. He changed the business, but guess what? What also ended up happening in the context of changing the business, these companies are catching up with them. That's what it comes down to. Tesla has a market cap of $47.4 billion. They take in per quarter right now $4 billion. And the correlation, of course, is that you go over to GM and you take a look at GM. GM has the same market cap, $47.6 billion, which is pretty sick, right? And you imagine how GM feels, and GM takes in $35 billion per quarter. So GM takes in 9 times the amount of money per quarter. They make per year $5.97 this year, and they're actually hitting that number. Next year, $5.93. So, you know, you can see the aspect of what Musk has to actually come up with. The mind blower of this actually is the aspect that if this stock really falls apart, you're talking about some serious business. What we're also talking about here is this: is that there's $1.8 billion that's going to be coming due. And if this stock isn't somewhere up in the 340s, it's going to be Tesla's come up with more bread. That's the bottom line. You know, so we'll see how this shakes out. You know, big numbers, though. There's no doubt about that. Amazon, we take a look at Amazon, and this is pretty wild. Our man, Mr. Dave White, is just in the den saying that Amazon, so check this out. This is like, is going to sell and ship real Christmas trees this year. This is like amazing, actually. I mean, it's just like, really? Real Christmas trees. That's about as cool as you can get. I don't know how they're going to do it, but guess what? Amazon today Goes from a price point of $1,900 to $17. You're at $1,981 right now. And that also, bottom line, looks like it wants to get into those highs. We take a look at some of the strength inside the NDX 100 today. You get Activision is up 6.4%. Take-Two Interactive is up 4.4%. Apple's up 2.3%. Taken away from it, Western Digital is down 3.6%. You get Broadcom off 3.3%. Micron Tech's off 3.3%. And Lam Research is up 2.7%. Those chips, folks, dangerous business, man. Dangerous business for the NDX as well as the NASDAQ. Because what we do have here, look at this, it finally hit it. Okay, stay right there, folks. We can come right back. Lam Research, the infamous February 9th. Guess what? We just hit it. In fact, it's below it right now. Lam Research, come right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 119, Nasdaq up 45, S&P's up by 9.5. If we go over to Lam Research and take a look at RAM. So the reason that Lam Research, folks, inside the chip business is important to keep your eye on is this. Lam Research was one of the first chip companies to basically fall apart. Now, it went right back up to its highs, but personality-wise, this actually led the SMHs lower, even with the aspect that NVIDIA is still right next to its highs. So this is what you have. Your first downdraft, extensive downdraft, happened in November. November of last year, you had Lam Research at $219. It gets blown apart in 2 weeks and goes down to 175. Shakes it off, almost makes another high, gets back up to 218 by January 26th. Gets smoked again, goes from 218, 3 weeks later, it's at 156. I mean, you're talking about some intense numbers, right? Guess what, folks? Shakes it off again. Now, this is the one, though, that what you had here is this. Well, if you could take a look at the first one would be the same type of setup. When you come down on the week of December 8th, you got to a price point of $175. You did volume of 7.4 million. You went topside again, gave it up. It wanted to come back and test the low. It tested the low, but the volume blew out and got higher, 8.7. That was the February 9th week. That's the numbers that you want to keep an eye on everything in the marketplace. It shook it off. It goes from 156 and then makes a new all-time high. It goes up to 234. So picture it. You're talking about 75 points in 7 weeks. Guess what? Bottom line, takes another 20 weeks. What do we just do? You just broke the high volume low of 156.83. You're at 153, and we'll see where this is stopping. It hasn't rejected it yet. That's the bottom line. So if you don't get a rejection, what you're going to have here is that your next leg is at like 147. 147 is your next number. Let me put this on a monthly for a second. Yeah, 140. 140. 140 is the number. It should have some support at 140. Now, okay, so now we go over to Micron, Micron Tech. Micron's setting up the exact same way. This is what you have with Micron right now. Micron Technology, it's down $1.40. It's not a huge amount. There's no doubt about that, okay? Bottom line, though, what you have is that when we're taking a look at this, this is down from a price point of $64. We pull this back, and you're going to see that it's the same type of setup. What's sticking out like a sore thumb, same deal, your high volume low laying out here, $37. Now, the high of that low for the week is $43.93. You can see where we are. We're at 43.43. Watch the correlation now. This is what's, my take is that we're going down there like right now. The reason being is this. What we did last week is this. We went lower last week with 209 million. The high volume low has 284. We have volume 209. Yesterday, we're at 43 million right now. He did 33 yesterday, so let's say 80, 160. You're going to be down there with a couple hundred million. I don't expect it's going to blow that thing away. Bottom line, though, now if we go over to the SMHs and we take a look at the SMHs, what you have inside the SMHs is that they are still in a consolidation. We bring this back and take a look at the SMHs. Well, what's out here? February 9th. The high of that is 103. The low is 93. It's still building cause to get into that lower price. And what you do have is that you still have some chip stocks that no doubt are up. They're strong, all of the above. NVIDIA is one of them, that's for sure. NVIDIA, the all-time high in NVIDIA is 265, 285. You're at 272. Inside the, I believe inside the SMHs, Intel's still the largest weighting. Let me look at this. Oh, Taiwan Semi. So Taiwan Semi is 9.9%. Intel's 8.8. NVIDIA's 6.8. Qualcomm is 6.3. If we go over and we take a look at Taiwan, let's go take a look at TSM. Okay. So TSM, the low is 35, the high is 46. Yeah, this is laying at the high. This is actually saving the SMHs also. Yeah, you're still up at the highs in Taiwan Semi. NVIDIA's number 2. No, Intel's number 2. So Intel, NVIDIA's number 3. Intel certainly is off its highs. Intel high out here, $57. You're at 45. We bring this back, and yeah, she's hanging out here too. Okay, so Intel's going to be the next one that we're going to see hit the high volume low of February 9th. The high of that low is 47. The low is 42.04. We're at 45. It's going right into it. It's kind of acting like clockwork, actually, folks. Some of the Dow stocks out here, and we take a look at the Dow Industrials out here today. Oh, well, actually, let's go inside the Dow in strength versus the weakness. It's going to be apples that's putting the strength inside Dow. Dow's up $121 right now, 121 points. Apple's putting 34 positive points into it. Boeing putting 23. Home Depot 22. Taken away from it, Goldman 11 negative points. Intel 8. You have 3M 7.5. Disney 7.5. If we do go over and take a look at Home Depot. Home Depot broke topside yesterday. Now you're up an additional $3. Had the volume yesterday when it broke topside also. Lowe's, same type of setup. And unfortunately, at this particular point, yes, the juice is underneath them because you have Florence coming into the Carolinas. Stay safe down there. Please get ready, folks, because you are going to see something that many of you have never seen. Supposedly, this storm, folks, is coming in. And it looks like it's going to be the worst storm and most powerful storm that can hit those states in 64 years. So you're talking about most of us never seen anything like this. It is barreling in right now at 130 miles an hour. It's extraordinary. The last time they're saying that the last time that anything like this came in was Hurricane Hazel. That made landfall in 1954. And I can guarantee you we'll pull that up. If I pull up the amount of people that were in that state in 1954 versus what is in that state or states right now, it's going to be dramatically different. So button up, get those windows covered, get out of harm's way, because if you haven't been in a hurricane, folks, let me tell you something. It's serious, serious business. And I've been in plenty of them. I'm telling you, it's just, you have to get ready for them. And they're life-threatening. There's no two ways about it. And once they start, you cannot get out of the way. That's the bottom line that you want to wrap your head around. You know, bottom line, once it starts, you're not going anywhere. So wherever you're going to be, get there, get safe, make sure you have plenty of water. Fill up the bathtubs, fill up everything with water, everything. Dow Industrials up 125, Nasdaq's up 47, S&P's up 9.5. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 128, Nasdaq up 49, S&P's up 10. We got Apple trading up $5.47. And what is going to be interesting is that you get a couple articles out here, folks. Everyone's speculating, of course, what Apple is going to be bringing out externally. Well, internally, this is getting kind of wild because you get a couple writers basically speculating that Apple could turn around and come out with their called eSIMs. Okay, so this is how this shakes out. Bottom line is that, yeah, you come out with a new phone, all the carriers should be elated, right? Well, what a couple writers are speculating is that they may come out in this next generation of iPhones that they could introduce a so-called electronic SIMs, eSIMs. And a couple of writers are saying, okay, even if it doesn't come out this time, we're going to see it within the next couple of iPhones. And so with an this is how the eSIM works. So a classic SIM card is a small chip that's inserted into the phone manually, making it more awkward to change from mobile network, from changing your mobile network provider. You have to go to a shop, get a new SIM, and have the one delivered physically. An eSIM, okay, is a virtual, meaning just changing your phone settings would theoretically allow you to switch carriers. Now, if that's what you got, you'd have an amazing price war in about 2 seconds because bottom line is we know how these phone carriers, go after customers. I mean, it's a big number. There's no doubt about it. And they do spend a huge amount of money doing that. What has happened, I suspect the reason that you get a couple writers that are speculating this has to do with there's been a fight going on inside the government right now between Apple and the phone companies about these SIMs, okay? But what you do have worldwide, it already started in Spain. It started in Spain. ST Microelectronics, bottom line, they just were at an investor conference in May. They expect that they are going to have a major mass market smartphone by the end of this year, that you are going to be able to do that. So we'll see where that, that shakes out. There's certainly something that's pushing Apple right now up to these big numbers because what Apple has done already, I believe they have these already. Yeah, they already have. So Apple has already put these in a few of the watches as well as a few of their iPads. So that is game out there. And I'm not quite sure whether that is what's pushing this, or in fact, do they get something else that's happening out there? And it's going to be all about the watch. They're buying this right into the close too. We'll see. You get 30 million shares traded out here. Last high out here had 33 million. What I expect you to see is that they'll put volume in at the close out here, because when you have an acceleration like this coming into the close, there's no reason you can't have that volume coming into the close also. What is going to get interesting is inside the Dow Industrials, is that the Dow, let me just look at the high of yesterday. Yeah, so check this out. The high of yesterday when it gave it up was 26,039, and we have a heck of a bounce. There's no doubt about that. But the bottom line is that we only made it up to 26,019. So you actually made it to a lower high inside the Dow Industrials. I mean, Dave White is saying that there's a huge short position. I don't see the short position though. Right now I'm showing a 1% short position in Apple. You know, so that I don't think is enough to basically push it up where it is. You know, maybe get Warren Buffett buying it again. Maybe he knows something that we don't know right now. But we'll see, and it's going to be fast, furious, all of the above. We got to take a look at the S&Ps. Let's go take a look at the S&Ps coming into the close, because what you're going to have out here, the futures, let's see. Yeah, we're going to be rolling over. We roll over at the end of, no, we roll over tomorrow, I believe. Let me see. ESU 8. Okay, yeah, so we're still on the U's. We're still on September. Intraday, we take a look at this. No, it's going to be a close call coming into the close again. This is wild. So the high of yesterday was the 28.93. My God. Right on the button. No, that wasn't yesterday. Sorry, folks. That was the high of last Thursday. We hit that right on the nose again today. That being said, the way we've been up here since 12 o'clock, that doesn't bode well for a coming into the close. The reason being is that 4 hours later that you can't take that high out is a big number. So let's see what time. See if I can find this time. Let's see. Apple. Yeah, I don't have the time yet that it's coming out, but we'll try to find that. So the most of the what the company out is going to say, most of the buzz is scrolling around the room at iPhone that it's supposed to have a 6.5-inch OLED screen, up from 5.8 inches. Even bigger iPhone would represent Apple's attempt to feed consumers' appetite for increasingly larger screens. Yeah, pretty soon we're just going to start walking around with a computer tied to us. Pretty wild. The real question, I think, is going to be what is the cost? You know, because if they can bring down the cost, you know, that's going to be a big deal. Right now, all you turn around, every time I think about an Apple, you think about $1,000, you know. So, and $1,000 is something that you think about before you just go out and buy something that quick. Let's go take a look at the GDX inside the gold business. GDX out here, bottom line, went from 1728 up to 1753. This has a lot of work to do. It'd have to get back inside. It's certainly coming into the strength that was established out here in 2016. That being said, it still has to get back inside 1868. So that is one huge number. We go take a look at Royal Gold. Royal Gold, 71.91 today, 72.66. No big deal there. Bottom line is that we still do not have GDXJ. We'll look at that. Okay, GDXJ. Now, this is the juniors inside the mining business. No, this is interesting, isn't it? Okay, yeah. What does happen, this is what ends up happening, too. The GDXJ's got some juice. GDXJ, 25.91 out here. We're at 26.51. That's getting close. 26.78 gets back inside 26.78. We haven't actually. You haven't. rejection of lower price. You're going to have lighter volume. Now you're going to want to get back inside the range. Back inside the range in the GDXJ would be back inside 26.78, 30 cents higher. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 108. You get the NASDAQ up 46. S&P's up 8. Let's go take a look at that good old dollar index coming into the close. So we're still up. You're up 95 ticks. You're at the 95.20 area. You've done 28,000 contracts. Right in the middle of the deal. I mean, this is really unusual when you get inside days inside the dollar. Normally, what the dollar index has been doing is either pushing higher, pushing lower with lighter or heavier volume. So this is going to be a big heads up out here. If we go take a look at the Canadian dollar, just a couple of them going against the U.S. dollar. Let's go take a look at the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar out here has gotten stronger just in the last couple hours. We just went from 175 to 131.16. The yen, actually, let's look at the euro, because the euro is 60% of the dollar index. Euro out here, flat market. Euro's basically flat at 115.88. There hasn't been much movement there. And then if we go take a look at the yen out here today, we are trading a lot weaker. And it's actually surprising. The yen's up 48 ticks at 111.61. So that is actually what's putting some juice into the dollar, pushing higher versus the euro. The euro is 60% of the dollar index. I believe the yen is like 14%. You know, so that's what's negating the other side of that trade right now. Some of the we come into the let's go take a look at Microsoft out here. Microsoft also is catching a bid up here today. Microsoft's up $1.89. You're right at the highs. These tech stocks want to hit this high again. The consolidation is in place. That's what it really comes down to. We'll see whether you have the aspect that Apple can save the market. The other side of Apple, folks, which is you want to wrap your head around, are the semis. The semiconductors, bottom line, we're going through that February 9th high volume swing low. That's the other side of the NDX going higher. Stay right there, folks. Going to be coming back with numbers after the close. Dow Industrials up 114, Nasdaq up 48, S&P's up 8.5. Come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful thing. Get our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But
yeah.
Holy I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks, and let's send a lot of great energy down to the Carolinas, a lot of great white light, because they're going to need it, folks. This Hurricane Florence is barreling in there at about 130-mile-an-hour winds, so it's pretty intense. Be impeccable with your word. Replace fear with love. This is a great card. I hadn't read this one in a long time. The human mind is like a fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. When you're impeccable with your word, your mind is no longer a fertile ground for words that come from fear. Your mind is only fertile for words that come from love. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 113, Nasdaq up 48, S&P's up 9, gold contract up $2.50, trading at $12.02 an ounce. Silver down 2 cents, $14.05 an ounce. Now, both gold and silver in particular, which, you know, none of these have had a bid since April 4th, folks. Bottom line, you've had rejections of lower price. You've had all of the above. We've never had any follow-through. Well, you had 1 day of follow-through. We'll see what shakes out come tomorrow. Why? Because what we did out here today is that you did get into lower price. We got under the trashing that was done out here, the last trashing, which is the 4th of September. That's when silver went from a price point of $14.59 to $14.03. We had done 141,000 contracts there. Today, more selling. You got $13.96. You did reject lower price, and you had half the volume. That is a setup that says, okay, now we'll see whether they can get the juice to go topside inside the silver market. If we get over to gold and we take a look at gold, what you're going to see with gold is that that's also in harmony. What it did out here, it did reject lower price. We got down to $11.92. We did volume of 249,000, and that also had got under the lows where we had big downdraft on September 4th. The differential, and this is what the differential is, which is pretty cool inside the gold market, is this, is that the gold market never made it back to the strength that it had on the 24th of August, and that's where we actually took out a B point of an ABC structure on way up. Now, that got negated because we had come down so hard on the 4th of September. That being said, we got underneath that level today. On the 4th of September, we did 421,000 contracts. We did 249 today. You rejected it. That's telling me that this baby wants to come into higher price once again. We'll see whether we get any juice behind it. If we go right to the dollar, and this was the one out here today, is like, okay, man, what are you going to do? Because all day long, what we had inside the dollar was an inside day. Now, you can still basically make the argument that you get an inside day. There's no doubt about that. Because of the fact that we had a low out here of 94,845. You had a high of 95,330. Bottom line, it is an inside day. That being said, you had 28,000 contracts. We didn't push into the highs, and we did push into the lows, lower than yesterday, almost as low as that we had on Friday. And then this is the number here, that you had to sell down into the close out here today. You had that sell down into the close. We'll see where this whole thing is going to shake out. Notes and bonds, bottom line, they go down, and they went down on some juice. We go take a look at the note market first. Note market right now got down 10 ticks. You did 1.3 million contracts, couldn't hold price. Now, the 1.3 is not a big number. Bottom line, though, not holding price is saying that the note and bond market now have a shot to get down to the last swing low inside this contract. The last swing low inside this contract is August 1st, 118.27. The high of that was 119.11. Now, we closed at 119.10. So we didn't reject lower price yet. We didn't reject the highs of that low. If we take a look at the 30-year, what you had with the 30-year, and this is important to wrap your head around, is that the 30-year already got into that bar, and that's why I'm saying that more than likely we're going to go to the lows. The high of the low on the 30-year in this contract was 147.08. Well, we got to where 142.08 rather. We're at 142, so you're 8 ticks into it. The bottom of that is 141.04. Looks to me like, yeah, we're going to get into that number. S&Ps. What do we got with the S&Ps? We take a look at the SPY. What you have with the SPY out here. SPY right now traded up 95 cents. You're at 289.05. And bottom line, the way that's set up is that, yeah, we can go hit that high again, 291.74. NDX 100, same type of setup inside the NDX. What we have at the NDX now, the NDX had anemic volume. There's no two ways about that. Well, actually, with the NDX was going into the 183.75 mark. We did 183.42. You did 29 million versus 46. So the NDX is not out of the woods. And when I look at the NDX, it looks to me that what we have out here is this. Apple got some real juice going inside that NDX today. Apple was up 2.5%. You had Activision up 7%. We had Take-Two Interactive up 3.9%. If we go over to Apple for a second, Apple closed up $5.52. Apple's going to be coming out with its announcement tomorrow. Apple does look like it wants to tag the high. We'll see whether it's going to hold that high. That being said, the other side of that NDX is that what you do have is that you have the chip stocks that a heavy inside the NDX, heavy inside the NASDAQ composite. The chip stocks actually took us higher for years. And bottom line, you had Broadcom today was down 3.3%. You had Intel down 3%. You had Micron Tech down 2.9%. And then if we go over to Lam Research, LRCX, what you're going to see inside Lam, and Lam started the SMHs down last November. And what Lam Research did today is that Lam finally got into its high volume low from February 9th. That high volume low, folks, is 156. So what Lam has just done is Lam was trading out in March at 234, goes after the high volume low and didn't hold. That's a big heads up because that high volume low, the SMHs want to go after it. So that's your yin and your yang inside the fight, inside the NDX 100 as well as the NASDAQ composite. Stay right there, folks. Got our man Jason Path coming back. We are going to be talking markets. Dow finished up 119. NASDAQ up 48.
Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up 113, NASDAQ up 48, S&P's up 9.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jason Path, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the second hour. And don't forget, folks, Jason kicks us off every trading day right here, 8:30 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. It's morning market kickoff with our man, Mr. Jason Path. Great program. The easiest way to get it, folks, is go right to YouTube. All our programming right on YouTube. So you go to YouTube, right on your cell phone, too. If you check it out on your cell phone, you're going to be amazed about the digital videos, how clear they come in. You go to YouTube, you put TFNN in the search bar, hit subscribe, all the programs right there, 24 hours a day.
How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Awesome.
These poor folks in the Carolinas, man, this is pretty intense.
It's going to be a rough one, no doubt, no doubt.
It's a big number, man. I mean, they're claiming, folks, well, they're not claiming, this is a fact, okay? It's barreling at 130 miles an hour, and they haven't had, I don't think any of us had something like that, well, they haven't had something like this since Hazel in 1954, so.
That's right, yeah, direct hit, no doubt.
And I'm sure in 1954, I didn't pull it up, but I want to, like, there was no people there in 1954.
No, there's nothing there,
yeah,
no.
Right. Wild. So here we got to talk a little Tesla first, man. Okay?
Oh man, all right.
Because
I was having a withdrawal. It's been a day or so. So.
Well, you know what's cool, right? Is that the aspect of your take on Tesla. Now you have one of the biggest bulls, folks, meaning one of the biggest analysts that have been bulls. Bottom line, his quote is that it's uninvestable. That's pretty intense, man.
Yeah, no, it's a mess. I mean, it is absolutely a mess, and there's absolutely no basis whatsoever for a long position other than some mythical idea that you're partnering with the next Edison or something. But
yeah.
So
here, I'd like to really go through this for a second, because what happened, folks, is this: is that TD Ameritrade has a network now. I was on the network this morning. We were talking about it. So what I had to do before I get on it, technically, I was looking at it, and I know what I think is going to happen technically, and 249 is coming at us. That's a high volume low, but then I start looking at the numbers, man, and then I hear another analyst on Bloomberg, folks, and the analyst on Bloomberg is saying, well, fundamentally, it's in good shape. And I'm looking at myself, okay, how is this fundamentally in good shape? Yeah. Because when you pull these numbers up, and this is what's surprising. So normally what happens, if you're watching Tiger TV, normally what happens on a Bloomberg is that when you pull the number up, if their CFO come out at the beginning of the year with guidance and say, okay, listen, we're going to lose $5.62. And I pull it up, and it's like, okay, man, in 2 quarters, they already lost $6.41.
That's right.
And that hasn't been updated, okay? So it's like, okay, you've already lost $6.41. You're claiming that you're going to go from a loss of $5.62 to a gain of $3.23 next year.
Profitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what it showed me, though, also, and that's what's kind of wild here, is that the way these things work, folks, is that's telling me internally they are not basically pushing these numbers out also. Do you know what I'm saying? Because these things get updated pretty quick, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's undisciplined.
Yes.
There's no adults in the room.
Right.
And there's nothing about their business that's disciplined. Financial controls do not, outside looking in, in my opinion, don't appear to be in shape for some of the reasons that you just mentioned. I mean, it just does not, there's no shred of discipline in anything they've done, from making cars in a tent to missing every forecast they've put out there.
Yeah.
And how you would place a bet and build a narrative around a long-term story there. To me, the most important piece that we've had in the last 2 weeks is the Mercedes story.
Yeah.
And then when you update your chart of the competition, you look at Porsche and Audi and Mercedes and BMW, and the number of vehicles in 2019, 2020 that are going to be launched that are direct competitors of folks that have a dealer network with infrastructure, with a brand name. I just don't see how they compete. Certainly at this valuation from a stock standpoint, but if you're going out to buy a new car, do you want to wait wait for 2 years with something that, the door handle may fall off, or do you want to go down to your Mercedes dealership and be able to take your kids out in it by dinner? I don't think they can compete.
I knew, I had made my notes this morning, and that's what I forgot to bring up, is the service, right? Because we had talked about that before. Because there's a couple quotes out there, folks. And one of them is from one of the first guys that ever took the Tesla across the country and is in love with it. Okay, and the bottom line is that they was trying to get it fixed, and he couldn't.
Nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's probably a strength of some of your other luxury brands. You know, folks in that bracket have grown accustomed. You know, whether it's Mercedes or BMW, it's expensive, but you know, you go into the dealership and you know they're bringing you nice coffee and leather furniture, and you're out by dinner.
What has happened, folks, is this also. So you absolutely cannot own a high-end car without having a warranty. And what the dealerships have done, Mercedes done, I'm not sure whether Porsche done, I know Mercedes done it. What they do now is that they want to sell you the service up front. And what they do is that they kick that in, meaning, okay, so you get the warranty, but then, you know, the oil changes and all this stuff, they sell that up front and then they kick it into the money they're lending you anyway.
That's right. That's right.
So it's like, okay, you know, you walk out of there, you know, you're going to basically pay one way or the other. But I've found that that's a kind of a neat way to do it. Do you know what I mean? So you're going in, you're going out, and you know you're not paying up. Or you are paying up. You're always going to pay up. But the question is, how do you pay up? You know.
That's right.
And there's no doubt that when he had the idea, I mean, he changed the business, right? There's no doubt about that. But guess what? Those other companies have much more money than he has, and much more experience in high production vehicles, right?
That's right. And you bring up the warranties and those things. One of the doomsday stories out there, and it's hard to bet on this, you know, from a short perspective, but let's talk about a recall. You know, those recalls, you know, a Toyota or Ford, everybody's had one. Those are in the billions. They do not have the cash for that. They are bankrupt very quickly in a rough recall scenario. The way they're manufacturing cars in a tent, I don't think that's that far off of a probability. Again, it's hard to bet on that from an investing standpoint, right? But there's so much risk. You know, one recall on the scale of any other car maker, and it's got to be curtains. There's just no cash there.
Right. It's amazing. And at this price, folks, what also happens is this. There's a convertible out there that, you know, that he would love, or anyone that owned a public company or any type of company would love to convert debt to equity. But guess what? We're at 279. That convertible, I think, cooks in like somewhere about 340 or 350, right?
I think it's 360. Yeah.
360. Yeah.
So we're at 83, 84.
And that's a disaster.
The dollar.
Yeah, so that is also a monster number. And now we haven't even gotten into the aspect of you're sitting there smoking a joint, enjoying it, right? Like, I don't even get that. I'm trying to get that part of it. You know, because it'd be like, okay, you just got a huge amount of money. I mean, are you going to sit there with a bottle of whiskey and do it down in the middle of this? I don't think so, man. I mean, right? I don't know.
It's mind-blowing.
Stay right there, folks. Jason and I are going to be coming right back. We get oil numbers coming out at 4:30. We had the Dow Industrials up 113, Nasdaq up 48, S&P's up 9.5. Jason and I come right back, folks.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Talk about I'm Mr. Jason Paff. Don't forget, folks, Jason kicks us off every trading day right here, 8:30 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, right at TFNN.com. Oil numbers, we're waiting for the oil numbers to come out. Now, there's no doubt oil caught a nice bid. I've been in plenty of hurricanes, and what does happen, folks, ASAP, is no one ever has enough gasoline. You know, I don't know if that's the question, but this is hitting over such a huge area. I'm sure the demand went right through the roof today, too, right?
That's right, yeah. You know, and it's the East Coast, too, and, you know, we're not going to get a hit up the coast and, you know, the more the dense northeastern areas, but folks still just, you know, go to the gas station and fill up on the fear that works its way up the coast. So yeah, we had some, you know, and it's always noisy around a storm. You know, it's always just a crazy volatile market around a storm. So not a surprise that we got a bid. You know, folks forget there's the other side too, though, where, you know, it's ultimately longer term over the next couple of weeks could be a dent in demand. You know, folks are shut in for a few days.
Wow. Yeah.
You know,
listen, that's a great point, man. That's a huge point. Yeah.
Yeah, we always see, you know, it comes to the Gulf Coast, we'll see that in Houston, you know, where you have a pickup on the front end, but then over the next couple of weeks, you take a 5% haircut on top line demand because, you know, folks aren't driving anywhere for a week. So we'll see how it plays out. Again, this is the time of year too where it gets tough on inventories because we start to turn less throughput to the refineries. Folks are putting in their winter blends.
Yeah.
I like a build this week. We'll be talking tomorrow morning. You mentioned the show.
Okay.
We'll have our EIA forecast tomorrow morning, bright and early at 8:30. Was just working on it. I like a build this week. We also had Gordon last week. You know, we had about 10% of our Gulf platforms evacuated. Not a huge number. I think it's about 500,000 barrels that took offline. So a lot going on in oil markets right now. We got OPEC meeting this month. The EIA put out their short-term energy outlook. They cut world oil demand, their forecast, by about 100,000 barrels a day. They also cut a little bit the expansion in U.S. drilling, which I think that helped the market. You know, it's probably a quarter to 50 cents of the rally we saw. Less production from the United States than they'd previously seen. So just a lot of news flow, a lot of data coming in. It's a fun time in oil markets, man.
You know, it's incredible actually when you just gave us that number that they cut the usage because we know. Well, I guess is that worldwide usage because we know the United States is flying. I mean, the economy's flying, right? So
yeah, it's worldwide. Worldwide, they cut about 100,000 barrels a day from their through 2019 forecast, but then they also cut United States production about 160,000 barrels a day. The growth, right? So they were anticipating a growth of about 1 million barrels a day. That would take us over 12 million barrels a day in the United States, a huge number.
I see.
They cut that down to about 840,000. The growth. So that would take us to about 11.8 million barrels a day next year. So that's their long-range forecast. But cutting the United States production certainly was structurally bullish. I think for it's probably worth a quarter to the bid today.
Yeah. No, and I can see that it's if you're an oil man, it's got to be. I read an article yesterday that Goldman was saying that even though they've already lent, not them personally, but banks have lent so much money to the oil patches, they're saying that there's almost unlimited cash right now still to go into the shale market. So it's like,
that's right.
It's amazing, folks, is that I haven't got this yet, but Ray Dalio came out with, I guess, a book today that you can get it on PDF, and I couldn't find it. I just was hunting for it before the fact. And what it's about is it's about all our debt cycles, how it's over and over and over again. The same thing, but always a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? And I can tell you, I've been through 3 or 4 of them, and it's always the same thing, a little bit different. It's like when people think that money's not going to loosen up, it loosens up. It always loosens up.
Always. Always finds a place to go, man.
Isn't that crazy, man?
That's always.
Yeah. It's just the way it is, folks. And I would say that after the last debacle that we had, it would actually not only loosen up, but it might loosen up even more. The reason I'm saying that is this, folks, is that outside of Lehman Brothers, right, all the other banks, man, they were fine. Now they know that, hey, listen, we loosen up, Fed comes back in, they've already cashed out, they start the whole baby again, right?
That's right. Yeah, there's definitely the safety net there in play.
Unreal.
No question, man.
What else you want to look at as we're waiting for these oil numbers?
Yeah, certainly waiting for the oil numbers. Yeah, you were mentioning Intel earlier.
Yes.
Switching over to equities.
Yes.
I mean, where's the bottom in Intel? I was working on that as well.
Oh,
we just continue to break down, and it's interesting because the rest of that sector seems pretty good. I mean, we've had some. They're definitely at risk because of the trade deal. But when you look at AMD and NVIDIA and some of the other names, it's just a tale of. There's the haves and have-nots there right now, but I'm looking at 44.50 for Intel as the next level, and it's just racing there, right? So it's interesting to see, how low Intel goes. I'm watching semiconductors closely. It's such a interesting sector right now because you do have some of those folks that are growing pretty rapidly, taking share from a legacy name like Intel. And then you've got the trade exposure, and it's interesting to me right now. And again, it's hard to see which way this trade thing breaks, but nobody's really got what I would call a trade right now, right? Like how exactly is this going to roll through equities? We were working on this with Apple this morning.
Right.
What happens if the Chinese slap 10% on iPhones and folks don't realize, or maybe they do, China's 20% of Apple right now. It's 20% of their revenue at risk if China wants to put a tariff on iPhones. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but that could be up to 10 million handsets off the top next year from a company that's only growing handset install base of less than 1% run rate. So
it's a big
they lose 10 million handsets. What do their releases look like next year? You're going to look at something like Facebook this year as a walk on the beach. So it's really interesting to me. Nobody's really figured out the angle on the trade piece. Semiconductors is kind of ground zero for it right now, and Intel's certainly taking it on the chin.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I mean, Intel, you get that high volume low, $42. That's game for sure. Lam Research hit it today, hit the high volume low. And what's intriguing, excuse me, folks, about Lam, Jason, was that took a long time to get into that point, but Lam was one of the first chip stocks to fall apart, and that was November of 2017. Then it went to a higher high. But it's like, okay. And what happens, folks, inside the NASDAQ and NDX, the chips let us up forever. I mean, that's
right.
the bottom line. I mean, they let us up big time. So at least I got the API. The API is saying, I don't have the full thing, but the API is saying crude stocks fell 8.64 million barrels.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's massive.
And so let's see, 1460. Yeah, you got another pop in oil. You got another pop in oil.
Yeah, that alone will be, I mean, that's a huge number. That's really surprising.
Yep. Okay, well, they're going to put the squeeze on. They want higher prices. That's what it looks like, right?
Well, that's absolutely going to drive higher price, no question.
Gotta love it. Listen, folks, every day, start your day off the right way. TFNN, I'm in Mr. Jason Path. Great show, half-hour show, gets you totally ready for the day, brings you right through all these markets. Until tomorrow morning,
all right, man.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
You too, man.
Thank you.
Take care. Talk soon.
Stay right there, folks. Coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials finished up 113, NASDAQ up 48, S&P's up 10.5. We're coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up 113, NASDAQ up 48, S&P's up 10. So let's go through some of these crude numbers. So the big number was crude stocks did fall 8.64 million barrels last week. Gasoline had a build of 2.1 million barrels. Distilled, which is heating oil, as well as jet fuel, a build of 5.82. So bottom line is that you did get plenty of gasoline out here, plenty of diesel out here. This is, well, on this number, this is the biggest draw since early July. We'll see whether we get the EIA numbers that come out tomorrow morning at 10:30. Tommy and I will have those on our morning show. We'll see if that matches what these API numbers are. You know, big numbers though. There's no two ways about that. We go and we take a look at what's going to be getting a little, and I can't figure out just what is basically moving this, but we saw this coming into the close out here today, meaning if we go over to the US dollar, we go over to the dollar index for a second, what you're going to see, there was movement after the fact out here. The dollar is down 65 ticks. You know, we went from a price point of 95.230 to 95.04. So we definitely are pushing into the lower end of the range out here today with volume. That being said, if we go over to the gold contract, what you're going to see intraday is that you had buyers out there, GCZ, inside the gold market also. We had a pretty good price spread out here today. The low is 11.92. After the close, well, there's no such thing as well, there is after the close in the markets, but the bottom line is that the futures, the pit closes at 1:30 in the gold contract. Electronically, you're trading basically all night. And, you know, you had buyers come in. Bottom line is that we went up an additional 220 after the close. Right now, you're at 12.04. So you had a nice price spread out here today. You went into the strength. You did it with lighter volume. Rejected it. Now it's going to have a shot to go after the 1220 again. And that 1220 number, folks, is a big number. We haven't been able to get above the 1218, 1220 area. That's where those sellers are lying, and they're lying there in a big way, just meaning each and every time that you get up to those levels, they're basically selling away and selling away in a large way. There's no two ways about that. We go over and we take a look at the XLE. Inside the oil market, these are large integrated oils. XLE out here today was up 69 cents. You're trading $73.46. That's going to, you know, you did have an expansion of volume. That being said, you're coming into big volume also. We're coming into 15 million. You end up doing a 14.2. What that is saying, however, is that we're at 73.46. It's saying 73.98 is game, meaning that we can get up into that number. We go take a look at the Canadian dollar because we know that inside the U.S. dollar, there she is. Yeah, so we got currency. Oh, baby, we're going to have currency moves out here tonight. I'm not quite sure what's moving all these around, but the Canadian dollar just went from... Look at that strength. Okay, so the Canadian dollar just went from 131.44 to 130.54. And so remember, what ends up happening here is this. As the number goes down in the Canadian dollar, that's where the strength comes in. So it's $1.30 Canadian to 1 US dollar. Bottom line, you can see this bar. This bar is a big bar. That is saying that, okay, now we can get down to the 128. Let's go take a look at the euro and see if the euro moved at all. The dollar index would need the euro moving. So the euro moved slightly, nothing heavy, nothing heavy. But the euro just went from 115.95 down to 116.07. That's moving. The big one for the gold, folks, would be the yen tonight. And the yen hasn't moved at all. The reason I'm saying that is that there's a nice correlation. When the yen does get strong, meaning going into lower price, gold goes up pretty quickly, you know. So we'll see where all these underlying currencies basically want to go. Let's go into the peso. I'm curious to see. Let's see, because see what we have had is this. There's one thing of looking at the dollar index, but the correlation between the dollar straight out and other currency pairs has been devastated for basically the currency pairs. So the Argentina dollar, that hasn't done anything, meaning it hasn't got stronger or weaker. The Mexican peso, we're at 19 19.17 per 1 peso to 1 US dollar. Okay, so that moved also. So I suspect, so I think what we have happening up here, more than likely, we get some movement inside NAFTA, whatever the negotiation is. The reason I'm saying that, folks, is this. You had the Canadian dollar as well as the Mexican peso get stronger as the dollar index got weaker. And those negotiations, it seems like we're right in the middle of those negotiations. Actually, let me pull this up. So PESO, Mexican peso. Okay, but that was this afternoon. So this afternoon is that, yeah, you had you had Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister coming into the U.S. That was at 11 o'clock this afternoon, though. And hey, maybe something has got solved out here. When all's said and done, folks, bottom line is that what I do expect is that you are going to see something done. You know, it seems that you throw everything at the wall. When all's said and done, you know, we'll see where it shakes out. Now, that being said, in China, we'll see if all the rest of these tariffs are going to go on, because when you have a threat out here that's so extensive, it can get done in a second. The way that the market is set up for the tariffs in China, as of Friday morning, meaning 12:01 on Friday morning, bottom line, Trump can put those tariffs on any point that he wants now. That was the end of the waiting period. It was the end of the comment period, all of the above. So bottom line is that we can wake up any day and have those babies on. Let's go take a look at, we haven't looked at General Electric for a while. Poor General Electric trading down at 1233. It looks like someone is looking. This company, bottom line, is just getting taken apart. So let's see what they're saying here. Singapore's sovereign wealth fund has expressed interest in buying General Electric's plane leasing unit. Bottom line, folks, the plane leasing unit, I suspect what we're going to see with GE is this. It's going to continually get taken apart, and the leasing unit itself, okay, is really important. The reason being is that it's like an eternal organization, meaning that they are not only in the business of making the engines, that is one of the reasons that they have the leasing unit, and I suspect if that thing goes to, you know, what GE still hasn't done, that it's going after, is that it's going after its high volume low of $5.72. It's going to be there. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Gold up $4, dollar index down 86 right now, and you can expect some action out here tonight inside these currency markets, folks. Looks like the good old Canadian dollar is getting a little juice to the upside, meaning getting stronger. You had that wide price spread. You had the bar come in after the fact, and more than likely that's going to be something about the NAFTA, and maybe we end up cutting a deal with them. The yen is the one to watch out here tonight. We haven't got the movement yet. That movement will start inside the yen approximately, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Right now, the yen's at 111. What you do want to keep your eyes on is this, is that the Hang Seng in China, folks, bottom line continues lower. I mean, last night I had a huge problem also. You were down 0.7%, but what you were doing is that you were breaking out the lows last night. That's what you had happening. The Hang Seng is down from a price point of 33,400. You're at 26,000 right now, and there's not much in the way to getting this thing down to 25,000. That's how this is shaken out. And what does happen, of course, is that we have plenty of Chinese stocks inside our markets trading as ADRs. It definitely does make a difference. Tomorrow morning, we're going to get the EIA numbers. 10:30. Join our man Jason at 8:30. Tommy and I will have those EIA numbers for you at 10:30. The hurricane coming in. All you folks on the path inside the Carolinas, button up, because when you take a look at this picture, this baby is barreling down at 130 miles an hour. Unfortunately, it's not that far away, and this is going to be the largest hurricane since 1954, since Hurricane Hazel come into that area. And of course, in 1954, you just didn't have the number of people, the number of structures that are out there. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Join our man Jason right here tomorrow morning, 8:30. Wow! Go get him, folks.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.